Welcome back, everybody, to the Tennessee Titans franchise here on Madden 23. Today we've got weeks 4 and 5, both of which are on the road. We're going to start off with a huge interdivision matchup against our rivals, the Indianapolis Colts, and then we will head to the nation's capital to face off against the newly named Washington Commanders. These two games are going to be really important, both of them, of course, being on the road right before our bye week, and I'm curious to see how we're going to fare today. Last episode, we had two really close matchups against the Bills and the Raiders. We lost to the Bills on Monday Night Football 35-27 with a game-winning fumble on the goal line right at the end of the game by Bo Melton in his Titans debut. And then luckily we were able to avenge that loss by beating Las Vegas 27-23 the following week. Before we kick off today's episode, I have a quick announcement. Tomorrow, I will be premiering the first episode of my new NCAA football series called NCAA Up Next. In this series, we're going to be following the entire college football landscape, following the players and the teams throughout the season. The players in college football will be in the draft classes for this series. So this franchise and the new NCAA series are sort of going to tie into each other, which I think is going to be really fun. As we look at the standings, there's been a lot of parity around the NFL. The Rams and the Broncos are the only teams who have not lost a game, and the only winless teams are the Steelers, the Seahawks, and to my major surprise, the Los Angeles Chargers have not yet won a game. We have a QB1 check-in with our starting quarterback, Ryan Tannehill. How much longer is he going to be the starting quarterback? I don't know. He's been solid so far. He hasn't been bad. I wouldn't say he's been good either, so hopefully we can boost his confidence and get him playing well. He hasn't made many mistakes this season. He's only thrown 1 interception. He hasn't been in many turnover-prone situations, but he's sort of been a game manager for us. He is coming off his best game of the season last week, so if he continues to play like that, I think he can be the starting quarterback the rest of the year, but he does have a pretty short leash with Malik Willis right behind him. Going into this game, we have a couple injuries on the defensive line. Danico Autry broke his collarbone in week 2, and then last week, Jeffrey Simmons suffered some knee cartilage tear. Both of them are expected to return around the end of the bye week. For some depth, I ended up signing Taco Charlton in free agency. He was pretty good last year with the Kansas City Chiefs, so I think he can give us some quality rotational snaps. And then David Anini will go on the practice squad to clear up that roster spot. Let's talk about the Indianapolis Colts because, of course, they're in our division. They're currently a game back of us at 1-2. But many people expect it to be a 2-horse race in the AFC South between us and Indianapolis. Assuming Jacksonville's hot start is a fluke, it's probably going to be one of us or the Colts who win this division. So because of that, this game is really, really important. The Colts are a great team led by third-year running back Jonathan Taylor. Many people think Derrick Henry and Jonathan Taylor are the two best running backs in football, so it'll be fun to see those two go head-to-head against each other. So far this year, Taylor's been pretty good. He's coming off a 3-touchdown performance in week 2. His numbers pretty much add up evenly for the most part, with King Henry's up to this point. At quarterback, the Colts traded for Matt Ryan, or as the kids would say, mid-Ryan in the offseason because, like Ryan Tannehill, he's pretty average. He's not bad, but he's not good either. So far through 3 games, he's been pretty disappointing with Indianapolis. Ryan Tannehill so far this season has definitely been better. Ryan's thrown an interception in every game so far. We'll see if he can clean some stuff up today. The Colts have a great offensive line led by Quentin Nelson. They have a great front 7. Really, their defense entirely is really, really good. This is a very well-built Colts roster. I think they're pretty on par with us, which is why many people are torn on who they think is going to win the AFC South between us and Indianapolis. So because of that, we need all the wins against them we can get. Both of our matchups with the Colts are really early in the season. We play them obviously today, and then we play them in week 7 at home coming off the bye week. The Titans are going to open up with the football. The first time all season Tennessee is starting on offense. Here's Tannehill up the middle, connecting with Robert Woods, who brings it past the 45. Woods had a great performance last week against the Bills, racking up 10 catches for over 100 yards. 3rd and 8. Back to Woods again. A gain of 18 for Bobby Trees as he brings it to the 24 for a Tennessee first down. Now on the goal line, it's a 3rd and 8 from the 9. Can the Titans punch it in and take the lead? Tannehill looks to throw it under some pressure. He connects with the rookie. It's Kyle Phillips with the touchdown, and the Titans are on the board. That's the first career NFL touchdown for the 5th round pick out of UCLA, Kyle Phillips. and Tennessee leads 7-0. Good start for the Titans offense. We'll see what they can do on defense as the Colts head the football. What a move by Cole Beasley, faking out the defender, bringing it to midfield. A big play by Beasley, who was signed in the preseason to give the Colts some veteran leadership at the receiver position, replacing that similar role of T.Y. Hilton. 2nd down and 9. Nice throw over to Michael Pittman Jr., who jukes the defender. He gets 22. Nice play for MPJ. Matty Ice perfect so far, 5 for 5. And the Colts are moving it. 3rd and 3 from the 8. Ryan throws into the back of the end zone, incomplete. The Titans defense gets a stop in the red zone, and the Colts are going to be forced to kick a field goal. It's Four Eyes himself, Rodrigo Blankenship, who splits the uprights of a former Georgia Bulldog, makes it 7-3. Pretty competitive game after the first quarter. Both teams have only had one possession so far, and both of them were very slow and methodical drives down the field that ultimately led to points. 2nd and 4 to open up the second here for the Titans. Tannehill goes short, caught by Traylon Burks, and he's going to get around 6. A few plays later, it's now a 3rd and 7 from the 37 here for Tennessee. Tannehill's going to drop back to throw it under a little bit of pressure, so he dumps it off short for Bo Melton, who's not going to get the first down, wrapped up quickly by Julian Blackmon. So the Colts are going to get it back on offense. Here's Taylor with the juke moves, breaks the tackle. Taylor evades defenders, and there he goes. A 69, nice yard touchdown run for Jonathan Taylor, and the Colts take their first lead of the game. What a run by Jonathan Taylor, and Indianapolis is now ahead 10-7 around halfway through the second quarter. 2nd and 3 here for Tennessee. Back to Bo Melton. He is smothered in the backfield. Tennessee has really struggled to run the ball today, whether it's been Melton or even Derrick Henry. That was Kwity Paye, the former first-round pick out of the University of Michigan, bringing him down, and that'll make it a 3rd and 6 now for Tennessee, looking to get some momentum. Tannehill's going to go short once again for Robert Woods, who continues to be the go-to guy on the offense so far this season, at least in the pass game, as he brings it to midfield for a first down. Following play here for the Titans, it's a handoff for King Henry with room. There's Henry down the field, stiff arms the defender for 21. That's his longest run of the year. It's been a rough start for Derrick Henry today. That play more than doubles his total of yards on the afternoon. 3rd and 2. Short throw for Phillips. That was a gutsy pass by Tannehill. It is caught just shy of the first down markers. We're here at the 2-minute warning. 4th and inches. What are they going to do? They're going to go for it. Tennessee's been conservative with 4th down calls this season, but they want to be aggressive here, and it pays off as Hassan Haskins gets 3 for the first down conversion. 2nd and goal now from the 2. Tannehill calls an audible, trying to catch the Indianapolis defense off guard, and it works. Robert Woods with the touchdown, and the Titans are back on top. That's Tannehill's 2nd passing touchdown in the first half. The fellas are celebrating in the end zone, and Tennessee leads this game 14-10 with just under a minute and a half left to go in the first half. Let's see if the Colts can get the lead back. Here's Matt Ryan on first down. He connects with Beasley, who takes a shot by Kevin Byard. That might be the first shot Cole Beasley's ever taken. 3rd and 10. Ryan looking to throw it. He is sacked, and the ball is out. And it's picked up by Harold Landry, who's going to take it the distance for a scoop and score. That was Bud Dupree with the strip sack, leading to the Harold Landry touchdown, and it's 21-10. We're going to look at this replay. Is the ball out? Clear as day, baby. What a play by Bud Dupree. And then look at Harold Landry showboating. He sees the offensive lineman right on his tail, so he's like, oh, shoot, I got to run this in. The play would, unsurprisingly, not be reviewed. Clearly a fumble, and the Titans are now up by 11. The Colts are looking to respond here on first down, and it's picked off! Roger McCreary with his first interception. Everything is going the Titans' way. But there's one problem. Roughing the passer on the defense. The call is against Deshaun Hand. So not only does the turnover not happen, but the Colts also get a new set of downs, and they move forward. 2nd and 7 at the 43. Ryan's pass is caught by Paris Campbell, quickly dragged to the ground by Christian Fulton as the Colts call a timeout. They're now down to one more timeout in 29 seconds from the opposing 43-yard line as Matt Ryan looks to throw it. He's going to go on the out route for Cole Beasley, who makes another first down reception. He's out of bounds, stopping the clock, meaning the Colts don't have to use that timeout, and they still have it in their back pocket. Following play, Ryan, no time to throw it. He is sacked. Zach Cunningham brings down the QB. The Colts are letting the clock drain out. It'll eventually go to 10 seconds where they call a timeout. Their third and final. No reason to try to risk it. Just take the points. Make it a one-possession game. This is not a chip shot, though. 51-yard attempt for Rodrigo Blankenship. He does drill it. So it's 21-13 here going into halftime. Pretty competitive game. The Titans do look good here against their rivals as we hop into the halftime report around the rest of the league. Let's start with our rivals down south in the Lone Star State. The Texans facing off against the winless Chargers today in Houston. The Chargers looking for their first win of the year, and it looks like they're going to get it if they can keep things moving. Justin Herbert has been very good so far for LA, launching dots, including that touchdown to Mike Williams. The Texans are hanging in there, though. Nice pass from Davis Mills in the back of the end zone to Brandon Cooks for the score. 21-14, Chargers lead with 3 first-half touchdowns from quarterback Justin Herbert. Let's go sticking in Texas. The Commanders facing off against the Cowboys, and it was all Washington early. This touchdown from Carson Wentz over to Terry McLaurin made it a 17-0 game. However, a late interception by Trayvon Diggs, his first interception of the year, set up an easy touchdown here from Dak Prescott connecting with James Washington in the middle of the end zone. 17-7, Commanders lead Dallas. Remember, next week, the Titans are playing in Washington against the Commanders, so this is a game we might want to keep our eyes on. The Jaguars head out to the city of brotherly love to take on the Philadelphia Eagles, both teams 2-1, and so far it's the Jaguars looking good. This beautiful throw from Trevor Lawrence to Laviska Shenault set up an easy touchdown for Travis Etienne, showboating into the end zone. Jacksonville's hot start might not be a fluke. They're 2-1. They're playing against a good Eagles team on the road. And so far, Jacksonville has definitely been the better team today, leading this one 17-7. We'll see if they can hold on and get their third straight win of the season. As we focus on the game plan here in the second half, we have not been able to run the ball at all today for the most part, minus that one 21-yard run by Derrick Henry. And then defensively, Jonathan Taylor has been really good, but the Colts have only ran it 5 times. Their game plan today is mainly throwing the football, so we're going to game plan against the pass because that seems to be what they're doing more. 2nd and 5. Here's Jonathan Taylor with a nice run to the 42-yard line. Oh, now they're going to give Jonathan Taylor the ball. Only 6 carries, but 84 yards and a touchdown, including that 69-yarder earlier. Here's Taylor again, breaking the tackle from Byard. He gets around 19 yards, over the century mark in yardage for the day. The Colts are nearing the end zone, looking to possibly tie it up with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Is on 2nd and goal. Back to Taylor, and he will walk down the red carpet for the score. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the game as it's now 21-19. The Colts offense is unsurprisingly going to stay on the field. They're going to go for 2 and look to tie the game up. Matt Ryan in shotgun sends it back to Jonathan Taylor. This game is tied, 21 apiece. A great drive for the Colts as they score a touchdown. They had the 2-point conversion, and this one is now knotted up. The Titans have it back, 3rd and 2, handoff for Hassan Haskins, and he is stopped short of the first down marker. That was a good play by Haskins to go to the outside. However, Darius Leonard is just too fast and too instinctual. That's not a word, but he's too quick to let Hassan Haskins get the first as the Titans have to punt it. Colts have it back. Ryan sends it deep for Paris Campbell. He's going to get it to the 44-yard line as Matt Pryor is injured for Indianapolis. Other than that injury, this second half has been all Colts. Their offense has been really good. Their defense has been really good. Tennessee's got to make a statement play. 3rd and 10. Short throw for Taylor. Breaks the tackle. But luckily, the Titans have 3 guys there to send him down, and it's Amani Hooker who makes the play. So the Titans defense finally gets a stop. We'll see what they can do back on offense. The Titans offense started the game off really well, but they have cooled down as of late. 3rd down and 8. Nice throw up the middle for the rookie out of Arkansas, Traylon Burks, who had 2 touchdowns a week ago, including the game winner. He gets 16. 3rd and 8 now, just 10 seconds left in the quarter. Tannehill backs up in the pocket and connects again with Traylon Burks, who goes from one 41-yard line to the other. That's a gain of 18, and that'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. We've got ourselves a ball game. Tennessee 21, Indianapolis 21. The Titans have had a bunch of close games so far this year, and it looks like this one is going to be another one. 3rd and 7 from the 38. Tannehill's calling it audible. He's not really sure what he wants to run on this play, as it's going to be a pass. Tannehill's going to send it deep downfield for Woods, and it's broken up by Julian Blackmon. Interesting decision for the Titans. Do you go for it? Do you kick? Do you punt? They're going to kick. 55-yard field goal attempt for fat Randy Bullock, who has not missed a kick all season. Splits that one right down the middle, and the Titans are back on top, 24-21. Good driving, great kick for Bullock. We'll see if the Colts can respond, down by 3 with under 9 minutes to go, as it's a pitch to the right side for Taylor, and he is smothered in the backfield here on first down. There had to have been like 8 Titans defenders there, and Tennessee needed all 8 guys to bring him down. Zach Cunningham is going to be the one credited with the tackle. Cunningham's been flying around the field really all season. He's been really impressive. 3rd and 12. The pass is broken up. Great coverage there by Christian Fulton. That'll force a punt, and the Titans get it back up by 3. A touchdown will make it a 2-score game, as on first down, Tannehill tries to get rid of it, but he is sacked by Yannick Ngakoue for a loss of 9. Big play for the veteran pass rusher, as it's now a 3rd and long. Tannehill's going to send it deep downfield, broken up. Burks was the intended target. The former Defensive Player of the Year, Stephon Gilmore, made the play. So that'll force a punt, and the Colts have it back. 2nd and 1. Matt Ryan connects with Paris Campbell, who's had a huge day today, getting to the 47, hit hard by David Long. 3rd and 8 now with 6 minutes to go. Huge play here for the Colts. Ryan looking to throw it, sends it deep downfield, incomplete. Great coverage by Christian Fulton. The Titans defense, other than that first drive since halftime, has been very, very good here in the second half, as Rigoberto Sanchez is on for the punt, and boy, is that a good one. Down inside the 5 to the 4. What a punt by the Colts, and now the Titans are in safety territory. 2nd and 10. Tannehill's going to pass it, scrambling in the end zone. That's risky business, and it backfires as he is sacked for a safety. Yannick Ngakoue with his 2nd sack in the quarter. 2 hands for safety, and the Colts are within 1. 24-23 now, as Ryan gets it to Campbell, who's down the field. A 63-yard touchdown, and the Colts take the lead. Did you notice what happened right after Campbell got the ball? So there were 2 defenders pretty close to him, and as you can see, David Long runs into Kevin Byard, which stops both of their momentum, and nobody's fast enough to catch Paris Campbell. The Colts are going to look to make it a 7-point game as they go for 2. Tannehill scrambling with it, and it is dropped by Harold Landry. The 2-point try is unsuccessful. 24-29 as the Tennessee offense returns, and they're looking to make some noise with less than 5 minutes to go. It's Malik Willis on the QB keeper, getting 11. Tannehill has not been benched or anything, just so we're perfectly clear. As we've been talking about, Malik Willis is getting some rogue snaps here and there, such as that one. 2nd and 4. Tannehill on the run, launches a dot into the hands of Robert Woods, who shrugs the tackle. Woods is continuing his fantastic season as the wide receiver 1 on this offense, showing that age has not caught up to him, and his ACL injury from last year is fully recovered. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Tannehill has a wide open man up the middle. It's Nick Westbrook-Akine. He's going to get 19 yards, bringing the Titans into the red zone. Tennessee's been really focusing on throwing the football this drive, and it's working. Ryan Tannehill's continuing an awesome performance today, as on 3rd and 7, the pass for Phillips is broken up. 4th and 7, Tennessee could kick the field goal, but they are going to go for it. Tannehill looks to throw it, sends it in the corner of the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown by Robert Woods, and the Titans take the lead. What a gutsy throw by Tannehill in the corner of the end zone on 4th down for Robert Woods. And Tennessee leads this one by 1. They are now going to go for 2, looking to make it a 3-point ball game as it's a handoff for Derrick Henry, and he is stuffed up well short of the end zone. Big stop by the Colts defense. It's 30-29. That has to be a scoregami. So the Colts have it with less than 2 minutes to go. Can they drive down the field and take the lead? As on 3rd and 2. Ryan connects with Paris Campbell to the 45. Colts moving quick. They're now at around midfield with just 1 timeout left. 3rd down and 5. 1:15 left to go. Ryan goes short. It's caught by Pittman. He gets the 1st down to the 37. The Colts are going quickly. Following play, Ryan goes short for Jonathan Taylor, who has the left side of the field wide open. Taylor breaks tackles and is inside the 5 to the 4. What a perfect read by Matt Ryan as the Titans call a timeout. They want to make sure they're going to have enough time with the ball. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Handoff for Jonathan Taylor. He is in for a touchdown, and the Indianapolis Colts have taken the lead back as it's 35-30. The Colts are going to go for 2 again. They are 1 for 2 on 2-point tries today, as Ryan has Taylor to his left in the backfield. It's going to be a pass. Here's Ryan looking to throw it under pressure, and he is sacked by Tyler Tart. So it remains a 5-point game, 30-35. The Titans have 39 seconds and 2 timeouts. Can Ryan Tannehill lead the offense down the field for the win? Field goal does nothing. Tennessee needs a touchdown. 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line. Colts playing prevent defense. However, the right side of the field is open for Treylon Burks, who gets 19 yards as the Titans call timeout number 2. They're down to just 1 timeout left. 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. Tannehill looks to throw it. Goes to the corner. What a dot over to Kyle Phillips, who is out of bounds, meaning that the Titans don't have to call a timeout. Now they're down to 20 seconds. Colts still in prevent as it's a short slant over to Robert Woods. He has it to the 25, and the Titans are not going to hesitate. They'll call their 3rd and final timeout. So now that Tennessee is out of timeouts, I think the best game plan here is to take shots into the end zone and hope somebody makes a play. 1st and 10 for Phillips. Incomplete. It's broken up, and we are now down to 9 seconds left on the clock. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tannehill looks to throw it. This time he's looking for Burks, and it's caught, but out of bounds. So now it is 3rd and 10 with 5 seconds to go. This is probably it for the ball game. Tannehill heaves it up in the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. Mick Westbrook-Ikhine wins it at the buzzer for the Titans. The Hail Mary is a success, and Tennessee's going to win the ball game. Oh my goodness, what a miraculous ending. Westbrook-Ikhine ran behind everybody, which is where the ball is placed. He's able to hold on to it, and the Titans win at the buzzer in miraculous fashion, 36-35. Jesus Christ, that was incredible. Oh my Lord. A Hail Mary at the end of the game from Ryan Tannehill to Nick Westbrook-Ikhine. And the crazy thing is, he wasn't even the intended target. I clicked X trying to get it to Austin Hooper. Since he was the biggest guy there, I figured he'd had the best chance of getting it. But Tannehill overthrew everybody, and luckily, Nick Westbrook-Ikhine outran everybody to make the play. Oh my goodness. What a win on a Hail Mary at the buzzer. 36-35, your final. Ryan Tannehill played his balls off. 4 touchdowns, including 2 in the final 5 minutes, along with, obviously, the Hail Mary. He was great today. Derrick Henry had his worst game of the year. Jonathan Taylor was very good, 119 yards and 3 touchdowns. Robert Woods, 7 for 103 and 2 scores. He was great. Paris Campbell, also great for the Colts. Christian Fulton has had a great season. Really had a rough day covering Paris Campbell today. Both defenses were pretty bad. We had some good moments, including the strip sack by Bud Dupree, which led to a scoop and score by Harold Landry. But ultimately, the defense wasn't all that great. But luckily, the offense bailed us out at the end of the game to get the win. Ryan Tannehill is feeling great, as he should. Tannehill played a phenomenal game today, and this is going to lead to a plus 10 morale boost for everybody on the offense. The vibes are immaculate, as the Titans are now 3-1 with the play of the year, as we look at the scores around the league, along with the players of the week. Notably, Jacksonville did beat the Eagles, so they are now 3-1, whereas the Colts and the Texans are 1-3. That'll bring us to the second game of the day on the road in Landover, Maryland, against the newly named Washington Commanders, who were 2-2. They did beat Dallas last week, and now they're facing off against the Titans, coming off their miraculous Hail Mary victory a week ago against the Indianapolis Colts. Does Tennessee have enough energy coming off such an emotional win like that, right in front of their bye week, to win this game? This matchup against Washington screams trap game because it's on the road. It's against a team we're not overly familiar with the bye week right in front of us and the crazy game last week. I think we're better than this team, and on paper we should win, but this just has trap game written all over it. So we need to really play our best ball. If we can be 4-1 going into a bye week, that'd be a big deal. The Washington Commanders are, of course, led by quarterback Carson Wentz. We faced off against him twice last year when he was with the Colts. They've got a great defensive line, some really solid skill position players on offense, including X-Factor wide receiver Terry McLaurin, who's, in my opinion, one of the most underrated players in all of football. He is so good. Does not get enough credit as one of the probably 10 best receivers in the NFL. So here we go, Week 5. Titans and Commanders. Tennessee looking to make it a 4-1 start to the season, as on 2nd and 5. Tannehill goes up the middle. It's caught by Robert Woods, coming off his second 100-yard game of the season just a week ago, as he gets it past midfield. 3rd and 5 now from the 42. Tannehill looks to throw it. He has time, can't find anybody, and he will eventually go short for Henry, but it is broken up by Cole Holcomb. That'll force a field goal attempt. I thought they were going to punt it, but they're going to bring the field goal team out. A 59-yard attempt for Fat Randy Bullock. Bang, bang, bang! He splits the uprights. Randy Bullock deserves 3 seconds from the breakfast facility during the bye week for that kick. And he's been great all year. He's been perfect now with 2 kicks today from 55 plus. The Commanders have it. Deep shot from Wentz is nearly intercepted. Kevin Byard had that right in his hands, and Byard has great hands, but unfortunately that one slipped through. 3rd down and 5. Wentz up the middle for Scary Terry. He has the first down, breaking tackles for a gain of 10. Nice play there by McLaurin. Now it is a 3rd and 7. Wentz looks to throw it, and he misfires for Cole Turner. Typical Carson Wentz stuff right there. That'll force a punt. Tennessee has it back. 3rd and 3 from midfield. Tannehill tries to get away from the pressure, but he is sacked by Jonathan Allen, the superstar defensive tackle out of Alabama. He is also one of the most underrated players in all of football. That'll force a punt. The Commanders have it back with under 2 minutes left in the quarter. Play action fake for Gibson. Wentz rolls out to the right, and his pass is caught by Logan Thomas, the former Virginia Tech Hokie. That pass was nearly intercepted by another former Virginia Tech player, Caleb Farley, as that'll wrap up the first quarter. 3-0 lead. Tennessee ahead of the Commanders. So far, this has been a defensive battle, which I'm honestly really enjoying because the Titans have had a lot of high-scoring games this year, so it's a little bit refreshing to see a more low-scoring defensive-type game. 2nd and 9 here for the Commanders. First play of the quarter. Wentz under pressure out of the pocket, and he is hit hard by David Long for the sack. Wentz is not going to lose any yards, but since it was a little bit behind the line of scrimmage, it does count as a sack. 3rd down and 9 here for Washington. Wentz looks to throw it. He's going to look short for Gibson, who is pushed out of bounds by David Long again. David Long's looked really good early on in this game. I know it's early, but he looks like he might be having his best game of the year. 4th and 2 at the 25. The Commanders are going to go for it. Interesting play call by head coach Ron Rivera. Wentz looks to throw it. He goes short, and it is caught for the first down conversion. Good play by Washington. They now have it at the goal line. 1st and goal. Wentz will fake the handoff for Brian Robinson. Under pressure, and he is sacked on the play. Bud Dupree in the backfield with, guess who? David Long for half the sack. Long continues to be a menace today defensively, as it is now a 3rd and goal here for Washington. Wentz looks to throw it under more pressure, and it is incomplete. These linebackers are doing a great job of going after the quarterback, as Taco Charlton is hurt on the play. 4th and goal from the 5, the field goal team out. It looks like Zach Cunningham was doing jumping jacks trying to distract the kicker, but unfortunately it doesn't work. That's Joey Sly, who splits the uprights, and we are tied at 3. The Titans have it back. Here's King Henry with a nice move. He gets around 17 yards. As now Austin Hooper is hurt on the play, and that's not ideal because one of the backup tight ends, Jeff Swaim, also got hurt earlier in the game. So the Titans are now really going to be leaning on rookie Chigokonkwo. Here's Henry on 1st down with another big run. I know Derrick Henry's been pretty quiet in this episode. Hopefully he can really get things going here in the 2nd quarter against the Commies. 2nd and 10. Tannehill is rocked in the pocket for a sack. Big play by Bobby McCain, forcing a loss of around 9. 3rd and long here for the Titans, who have not scored since their opening drive. Tannehill gets a nice throw to Robert Woods, but he is shy of the first down marker, only getting 16. 4th and 3 past midfield. The Titans are going to play it conservatively and choose to punt, bringing out the veteran Brett Kern, and the former Toledo Rocket launches a rocket down to the 1 by Roger McCreary. What a punt by Brett Kern, who's amongst the league leaders in punts inside the 20 so far this year. Washington has it back. Here's Gibson with a nice run of 13 yards. That'll get the Commanders out of safety zone. Nice hit, though, by Kevin Byard. 3rd and 7 now from the 18-yard line. Under 3 minutes to go in the half. Still tied at 3. Wentz with a strike over to the tight end. That's John Bates, who gets 19 yards, and that'll be another conversion here for the Commanders. 3rd and 1 now at the 2-minute warning. Can Washington get another conversion as Wentz goes up the middle? This time it's Curtis Samuel. Carson Wentz is really spreading the love, getting all of his receivers involved as Samuel gets the first down. Following play, Wentz is going to roll out, looking short, and it's caught this time by Gibson, who is going to be pushed out of bounds at the 29-yard line, which will stop the clock. Now Washington is in the red zone. That's the first time either one of these teams has been able to say that today. Wentz keeps it himself. He dives into the end zone for a score. The first touchdown of the game is a rushing score by Carson Wentz. And with 23 seconds in the half, the Washington Commanders are going to take the lead by the score of 10-3. A low-scoring, old-school, hard-nosed defensive battle. Hopefully the offense can get some things going in the second half because it's been rough. Let's get our weekly halftime report around the rest of the NFL, starting in Jacksonville. The Jaguars are 3-1, looking to keep it going, and they certainly look like that's the case. Jacksonville is playing pretty well today. There's a nice strike from Trevor Lawrence over to Christian Kirk for the touchdown, but the Texans are hanging around. Davis Mills launched this beauty for Brevin Jordan in the back of the end zone. 13-10 your score with 7 seconds left in the half. Both second-year quarterbacks, Mills and Lawrence, are both playing pretty well for their respective teams. We'll see if the Jaguars can make it 4-1. In Orchard Park, the winless Steelers trying to get their first win of the year, but it's not going to be easy against the 3-1 Bills, and Buffalo's gotten the upper hand. Najee Harris scored an early touchdown for the Steelers, but other than that, it's been all Buffalo. Busy first half for the running back Devin Singletary, who has scored twice for the Bills, and they lead 21-7. Buffalo has won 3 in a row after their Week 1 loss to the Rams. Of course, one of those wins against our Titans. And then in the Mile High City, Bronco Country is riding high. Denver is 5-0. Russell Wilson's been the MVP of the league so far, including this late touchdown in the fourth quarter to Big Booty Judge Judy to help Denver get the win 24-17. The Colts are now 1-4 on the season, so maybe Jacksonville is the team to watch as our main competition in the AFC South, not Indianapolis. As for the halftime game plan going into half number 2, we are going to continue to focus on running the football because I think if our offense gets back into a groove, it's because of Derrick Henry. Defensively, I want to stop the pass. Even though Washington's offense hasn't been that great, Carson Wentz has looked fine here for the Commanders as they're going to open up on offense to start the third quarter. On first down, Wentz looks to throw it. He goes up the middle with a strike over to Curtis Samuel. He brings it to the 42-yard line for a gain of 17 yards. It definitely feels like the Commanders have all the momentum right now. Since that first drive when the Titans had the 59-yard field goal, their offense has done nothing. The defense has been okay. Nice sack there by Tyler Tart along with, I believe, Zach Cunningham for half a sack each, forcing a loss of 3. Now it is a 3rd and 10 here for the Commies. The Titans defense could really use a stop. They don't want to be down by 2 scores as it is caught by Terry McLaurin, who barely gets the first down. Good coverage by Roger McCreary, but as I talked about earlier, Terry McLaurin's really, really damn good. 3rd and 5 now from the 28. Wentz goes up the middle, back to Scary Terry. He gets 10 more, and the Washington offense continues to move it well. Zach Cunningham slow to get up, but he didn't really miss any plays. He'd be right back into the game shortly. 3rd and 10 now at the 18. Wentz looks to throw it. Rolls out to the right, and he is going to go short. It's caught by Bates, who is rocked by Zach Cunningham for a gain of 7. So the Titans defense does get a red zone stop, but Washington should still be able to make it a 2-score game. A chip shot from around 28 here for Joey Sly, who is not known for his strong accuracy, but he does split the uprights, and the Commanders now lead by 10, 13-3. Tennessee's offense has got to show some semblance of life on this possession, and hey, there's something. It's Bobby Trees over to the 38-yard line. Nice throw from Ryan Tannehill, who's only thrown 10 passes today, might I add. From the 38, under 3 minutes left in the quarter, Tannehill's going to go deep downfield. What a catch by Traylon Burks, mossing the defender to the 19-yard line. Great play by Burks. The Titans are now in the red zone, 3rd and 1. It's going to be a handoff for Derrick Henry with blocks. Waltzing into the end zone for a score, and the Titans finally have a touchdown. It took them nearly 3 quarters, but they've done it as Henry is getting carried by his offensive linemen, and it is now 13-10 as the Titans have it back within 1 score. The Commanders' offense is playing a lot better since the first quarter. We'll see if they can add some more points on this drive. As on 3rd and 11, Wentz misfires. Good pass rush, good coverage. And so that'll wrap up the third. Both teams add to the scoreboard. The Titans cut the lead down from 7-3 as it is 13-10. And Tennessee does start the fourth quarter on offense. 2nd down and 9. Wide open is Robert Woods. Washington choosing not to cover Tennessee's number 1 receiver. Bold strategy, Cotton. Didn't really pay off. Following play here from the 43. Tannehill looks to throw it, and he connects with Austin Hooper. Gets by defenders, breaks a tackle, looking to dive into the end zone. He's just short of the 1. Great play after the catch by Austin Hooper, and that was a risky throw by Tannehill too. Gain of 42 yards for Austin Hooper. I believe that's the longest offensive play for the Titans the entire season. Following play, 1st and goal, Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, and the Titans are back on top. Derrick Henry only had 2 touchdowns all season going into this game, and he doubles that mark within the span of around 3 minutes. 17-13, Titans on top. Washington has it back. The Commanders' offense is looking to get back into a rhythm as Wentz gets it over to the rookie out of Nevada. That's Cole Turner for a gain of 16. Cole Turner's got a nice head of flowing hair, and I know a thing or two about good-looking hairdos. There's Antonio Gibson. Shrugs the defender. He gets it to the 44-yard line. Gibson's had a solid day today. He hasn't been bad. He also hasn't been good. He's just been pretty average. Following play, it's a play-action fake, and Wentz is sacked in the pocket by Zach Cunningham, who leads the Titans with 4 sacks this year. Cunningham has been really impressive as a pass rusher this season. I did not know he was that good as a pass rusher, but here we are. 3rd and 9, Wentz slides just short of the first down marker in front of Roger McCreary. That'll make it a 4th and 2, and the Commanders are unsurprisingly going to go for it. We'll see if the Titans defense is ready and can get a stop. Wentz up the middle, incomplete. Nearly picked off by Caleb Farley. Big turnover on downs, and the Titans now with the lead have the football back. 3rd and 7, it's play action fake. Tannehill with no time to throw it. He is sacked. Chase Young among the Washington defenders in the backfield is starting offensive guard Nate Davis is hurt on the play. Not good news. That would force a punt, and the Commanders have it back from the 36-yard line. Gibson rocked in the backfield for a loss of 2 by Harold Landry. I feel like Landry's been pretty disappointing this season. He only has 1 sack so far this year. That was back in the Buffalo game in Week 2. Other than that, he hasn't been all that impressive, and I was really hoping he'd step up with Jeffrey Simmons out. 3rd and 11, incomplete. Good coverage there by the defense. Washington would elect to punt it. So now the Titans can win this game by running the ball. That's a good start. Bo Melton gets 9. That's a first down conversion for Melton. 3rd and 3 now after the 2-minute warning. Washington has 2 timeouts. It's a handoff for Derrick Henry, and he is stopped shy of the first down marker. That was Chase Young who brought him down. So the Washington defense gets a stop. They force a punt, and now they can win the game here on offense with 1:47 to go from the opposing 31. Can Carson Wentz lead his team down the field to victory and improve the Commanders to 3-2? On first down, Wentz rolls out to the left, has the first down, hit hard by David Long, who has been ruthless when hitting the quarterback today. 3rd and 3, play action. Here's Wentz looking to throw it, takes a shot downfield, and it is dropped in the hands of Kevin Byard, who drops another interception. What's the deal today, KB? 4th and 3 for the ball game. If Washington doesn't get it, it's game over. Wentz looks to throw it. It's caught, but because of forward progress, that's not a first down, and so this game is over. The Titans are going to win a defensive battle, 17-13, and going into the bye week, the Titans have won 3 in a row and have a record of 4-1. We've had so many close games this year, but we seem to find ways to win. Today, it was the defense who got us the win. Both quarterbacks were really average. I don't think either of them were bad. Neither of them were good, though. Derrick Henry with 2 touchdowns, just shy of the 100 yards. Nobody really stood out in the receiving game. Maybe Robert Woods. He was very good again. This was about the defense, though. Zach Cunningham was a machine. 15 tackles, 4 for a loss, and a sack and a half. David Long with 10 tackles, 3 for a loss, and a sack and a half. Our pass rush was just really, really good today. And shout out to Fat Randy Bullock, drilling a 59-yard field goal. So going into the Week 6 bye week, we are 4-1. The team is playing really, really well. And I think this bye week will hopefully keep us, going. Hopefully we don't get complacent. We don't fall flat against a 1-4 Colts team in Week 7. The Colts and Texans both lost again. The Jaguars won again. So Jacksonville appears to be legit. They are 4-1, tied for first place in the division with us. So as we expected, it's a 2-horse race in the AFC South, but not with the Colts. Instead, with the Titans. Next episode, we're going to have our bye week. We're going to have our Week 7 game against the Colts, and we're also going to do our first prospect profile of the season on the quarterbacks in this year's upcoming class, some of whom you'll get to meet tomorrow in the first episode of the new NCAA series. That'll wrap up the video. Hope everybody enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Make sure to like for the Nick Westbrook-Akine Hail Mary. That play was freaking sick. Peace out. Tighten up.